This has to be the most controversial video I've ever made. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons why you should not study in the UK. You shouldn't come to the UK. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I have to share this. I'm somebody that advocates that people should go anywhere they want to. But at the same time, because of the recent changes in immigration policies and the fact that many people are struggling and stranded in the UK, many people are still going back home from the UK back to their home countries because they didn't plan well, and because of so many things that they did not plan that was going to happen, and I feel there's a lot of families struggling right now, and I feel I don't want more people to struggle. So this video should serve as a video that would guide you or give you an idea of what to expect, and make sure you have all these things checked when you are doing your self-assessment. So if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK, US, or Canada. If you're interested in any of these countries, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. Now, the number one reason why you shouldn't come to the UK through the study route is because you don't have up to 70 to 80% of your tuition locked down. What I mean is, if you think that you're going to come into the UK and work for only 20 hours, and that will cover your tuition, cover your living expenses, feeding, everything, especially accommodation takes a huge chunk of many people's wages. Think again. You need to sit down and do your calculation. You're not allowed to work for more than 20 hours. And if you work for more than 20 hours, it will affect any visa application you want to do in the future. Perhaps you want to switch to a skilled worker visa or study work visa, which is called the graduate visa. Is going to affect you. So I would advise, with the way things are now, that sometimes some students come into the UK before they understand the system and stabilize. It will take up to 6 months before they get a good job. I've shared a video about how you can get a job and many jobs that are available for students. I'll just link it up here. But because of the nuances involved with it, please make sure your school fees is locked. That as 80% of your school fees or school tuition, you have it. So that you don't come here and suffer. Many people think that because their university previously used to allow people to come in and pay instrumentally every month, maybe £500 every month until you complete your fees. But some of these universities are changing their policies, y'all. They're changing their policies. And they are ready to lock you out. There are many people I know that are being locked out. And it's just £2,000. We call it just, but they need their money. £2,000 before you complete your school fees, and they just lock them out. These universities are not joking. They have budgeted, they have done their budgets. So please try your best to cover at least 80%. That 20%, maybe you struggle here and there and you'll be able to meet up, but 80% is key. The next reason why you shouldn't come into the UK to study is if you don't have up to 4 to 5 years of work experience before you do your masters in the UK. Because this video is basically about those people coming to the UK through the masters route. Please, especially if you're not going for a course that is not in high demand. I'm talking about maybe if you go for pre-registration nursing, MSc, Masters in Nursing, that is different. We know that the chances of you getting a job after you complete that 2 years is quite high. You will get your nursing license, and before you know it, you will get a job, because nursing, especially some jobs in healthcare, is in high demand. But if your master's in some of these areas, maybe like management, finance, and all these other aspects, please think very well before you come into the UK. Make sure you have enough experience that you can boost your CV. Having a master's degree is not sufficient for an employer to give you a job. They are reliant on work experience, and that is why I feel work for a couple of years before you say, okay, I want to relocate, and maybe after studying I might want to settle, so let me go for a master's in this area. Remember that the main challenge right now is that the UK government said that the minimum salary threshold for skilled worker visa should be 38,700, and I know that for new entrants, which is someone who is entering the labor market for the first time, perhaps that completes a master's degree, is 30,960. Now for many jobs, they are not willing to pay someone that doesn't have any experience at all. That is, you graduated from a university in Nigeria with a bachelor's degree, you don't have any work experience at all, and then you come into the UK to do a master's, and you're hoping that through that master's alone you'll be able to land a job in finance or management or accounting with visa sponsorship, and they'll be paying you 30,960 and above. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's harder. The competition is so fierce out here. Get some work experience so that you can tailor your previous experience in Nigeria, combined with you having a master's degree and doing some UK experience in the UK for a few months while you are in the UK studying. Yes, you have to study and work in that area. Then when you apply for a job, your chances will be higher, and somebody will be willing to pay you 30,960 and above. The third reason why you shouldn't come to the UK to study is if you want to pursue a master's in a course that does not need a master's for you to work in that sector. For example, do you know that if you want to be a doctor, you don't need a master's degree? What you need is to pass your PLAB 1, PLAB 2, to go through. For example, if you want to be a biomedical scientist, you don't need a master's in biomedical sciences. It doesn't mean that if you have that master's in biomedical sciences, therefore you can actually practice as a biomedical scientist. No. So it's very important that you sit down and check that course, and it's so easy to do. Let me show you how you can go about this. Let's just say you're considering a master's in financial management, or you want to be a financial analyst at the end. So just go to Indeed. There are many job sites, but just go to Indeed, put in financial analysts and put in the city or postcode, put UK general. Then search for jobs in this section. As you can see, it has 1,736 jobs. So we are going to pick one of the jobs and find out what is required in order to occupy this position. As you can see, also the fact that the salary range is above 30,960, so it sounds very promising. I'm looking at this particular job by Robert Half. As we go down, show more, it's going to tell us some of the tools that they need you to have, some of the skill set they require. They're talking about balance sheet reconciliation. Now make sure that your current role in your home country and the master's degree you want to pursue actually fits into this role before you apply for admission. Another tool you can use to achieve this is to use the ONS tool. So click on that link there. When it opens, the next thing you're going to do is type in financial analyst in the column there where it says your occupation title here, and click on search. Now click on 3534 analyst finance and check out the job description, check out the entry requirements for the job. As you can see, it says registration with a regulatory authority is required in some positions. So as soon as you arrive in the UK, work towards getting that registration done. Don't forget to check out the tax and make sure that it's in line with what you're currently doing in your home country. It should change the way you apply for jobs. It should change the way you plan your journey into the UK. It should change the type of master's course you would want to pursue. Now, the fourth reason why you shouldn't come to the UK to study is if you have not prepared or trained yourself on how to get a good CV to land that job. Don't come to the UK to study if you know that you want to get a job while studying and you have not planned this. If you think you just show up in the UK and you start your studying, then you start working on your CV and start applying for jobs before you arrive in the UK. I've been saying this on this channel. Since I started this channel, I've been talking to students, telling them that, see, it's tough out here. So many people still fall for it, as in you see them 6 months, they haven't gotten a job because they had not worked on their CV first. And when they meet me and I work on their CV, they start to get jobs because they understand the labor market very well. Don't come to the UK to pursue a master's degree if you have not understood the job market well, you have not worked on your CV, and if you need help and guidance towards that, send me a message. Just go to the link and just contact me. Let's work on your CV. Let's land that job. And the last one is for you to be able to get some skills that you can use to help yourself survive in the UK. I'm talking about, maybe you have some source of income at home that you can supplement, and if you're struggling, you can keep generating it. I'm talking about skills. Maybe you'll be able to work remotely, maybe data entry. I don't know. There are many other skills. Maybe you braid hair to save money, as in you don't need to be going to the barbing salon all the time. You're saving yourself cash. You're making your daughter's hair. You're doing so many other services that you could help yourself save some money. And if you don't have some of these skills locked down, it's going to cost you more. Imagine working 20 hours and having to pay for all these things. See, if you're not prepared with the right skills to survive in an environment that is different from your usual environment, you will struggle. So this is my opinion about the 5 things you need to do before you come into the UK. I hope you benefited from this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.